My speech tonight is to convince people that it does matter what you eat and that you can adjust your diet to improve your level of health and well-being. Cholesterol is the main thing that we want to control because cholesterol is the level of fat that is in your blood. Fat is something that's necessary because it's the most dense way that our bodies can hold calories. It's a vital nutrient. It's just that saturated fat is not good for us. So we need to pay attention to what we eat. Convenience foods are some of the worst things that we can eat. We need to take time and devote time to our diet. For instance, just tonight I was looking on AOL and they were talking about Kraft macaroni and cheese in the box. Well, Kraft macaroni and cheese has absolutely no cheese in it. That's a shocker, huh? Fat's stored as adipose tissue in our bodies. And according to the USDA, most of the foods in the milk, meat, and beans group in the food triangle are the highest in fat. So those are the items that we just need to control how much we eat. Not cut them out completely, but just control them. The food triangle is very general, so it doesn't give us specifics for each of us. So we have to kind of tailor our diets specifically for ourselves. Most people don't realize that their diet is bad. They just eat maybe what their parents gave them or what they see other people eat, and they don't pay attention to the fact that they're eating a lot of bad things. But you are what you eat. So you need to pay attention because eating healthy is easier than you think it is. Changes that we can make in our diet are like according to the things that we do eat. If you eat a lot of the same thing over and over, then you need to make drastic changes in your diet because variety is the best thing for you. If you don't eat vegetables or you eat very little vegetables, you need to make drastic changes in your diet. And you hear people say that, well, I don't like vegetables. Well, there's a lot of different ways to cook vegetables. There's a lot of cookbooks that are just for cooking vegetables. So if you learn the different ways to cook them, I'll guarantee you that there's ways that you'll like them better if you learn these different ways to cook vegetables. Of course, if you have a lot of fat in your diet, then you need to make drastic changes to your diet. We have bad fats and we have good fat. The bad fat, which is saturated fat, and trans fat, which unfortunately a lot of French fries have trans fat. Potato chips have trans fat. So we don't have to cut those items out completely. We just need to pay attention to how much we eat. And we need to try to get more monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fat. Those type of fats are contained in fish, for instance, nuts, beans, olive oil, and peanut oil. If you cook with a lot of beef, maybe you can substitute some of the beef for turkey or chicken. And then exercise is another important factor that fits into controlling our diet. If you just walk, walking is the most abundant exercise on the planet. Everybody walks somewhat, pretty much every day. Well, not everybody, but most people. So walking is probably the easiest way to exercise. You could be on your way back to work from lunch and just pull over and maybe walk a few laps, hop back in the car, and then finish driving. So to recap, we want to control cholesterol because that's the level of fat that's in our blood, and it's a major risk factor when it comes to heart disease and stroke, according to the American Heart Association. So if we can control how much fat we're eating and discipline ourselves to just exercise maybe just more than we exercise now, then you'll notice a big difference in not just the size of your body, but your quality of life. Thank you.